His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cabal of condolences to the custodian of the two holy mosques and cables of greetings to the presidents of Iceland, Malawi and Congo. The State Council approves a proposal to study the stability of Omani economy due to declining oil prices and the COVID-19 pandemic. And the Ministry of Health announces 910 new confirmed COVID-19 cases. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cabal of condolences to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, on the death of His Highness Prince Bandar bin Saad bin Mohammed bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud. His Majesty the Sultan sends a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Dr. Gudni Jonassen of Iceland on him being re-elected as the President for a new presidential term. His Majesty sends a similar cabal to His Excellency President Lazarus Chakwera of Malawi on the occasion of taking oath as a new president for the country. And His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq also sends a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Felix Tshisekedi of Congo on his country's independence anniversary. The State Council approved the proposal of the Economic Committee on studying the stability of Omani economy in light of the oil prices decline and COVID-19 pandemic. It also agreed on the report of the Joint Committee between the State and Shura Councils regarding the articles of the Hidden Trade Combating Draft Law on which there are differences. The study focused on the extent of the Sultanate economic outlook and the effect of coronavirus pandemic on the upcoming plan, especially the 10th five-year development plan. The session confirmed that the measures taken by the Supreme Committee on COVID-19 has positive effects in reducing the spread of the virus and reducing economic impacts of this pandemic. The session was headed by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfoud Al-Mandari, Chairman of the State Council. The Minister of Health announced 910 new confirmed cases of COVID-19, which brings the total number registered in the Sultanate to 39,060, including 169 deaths. The Minister of Health stressed that 1,222 new cases have been recovered, which brings the total number of COVID-19 recoveries in the Sultanate to 22,422. Sultanate of Oman and still back to work is a step of hope for the best to come. Here are the instructions that will protect you from coronavirus. Wear masks while leaving your house by following proper procedures. Keep a physical distance of at least 2 meters away from others. Follow the main hygienic procedures of washing or sanitizing hands from time to time. Avoid using elevators as much as possible, and if you have to use it, ensure less number of people to guarantee physical distance from one another. Gatherings at entrances, waiting rooms, offices, meeting halls and prayer places are forbidden. If you have any symptoms of the disease, immediately contact the bodies concerned specified by the Ministry of Health. By adhering to these instructions, it will assist you in preventing from contracting the COVID-19. Stay safe. This is the Sultanate of Oman television, and yet to come in our news bulletin. A 10-meter-long whale who got trapped in a fishing net was freed by the Italian Coast Guard in the Mediterranean Sea. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Aiming to find a platform for intellectuals and youths and supply them with modern international translated studies at various scientific and practical fields, Endowment Distance Learning Fund announced launching of International Understanding Platform. The platform provided a wide number of studies and dissertations by Arab and international analytical authors, in addition to a dialogue spaces that given opportunities for youths to discuss intellectual and knowledge issues between them, in addition to podcast services for available books. The platform designed in a way that suits the coronavirus spread. The inauguration of this platform boosted the Sultanate position and pioneering in spreading understanding and peace among people of the world. Caption. The College of Technology in Shiraz and Huawei Investments Technology Company signed a cooperative program aiming to launch educational programs to sponsor Omani youth talents via video telecommunications. This signing came to enhance transformation process of the college in the field of development techniques such as 5G and artificial intelligence. The agreement aimed to support technological development in the college and society, in addition to improve skills of the college students and graduates in the field of startups, technologies, and support their innovations, besides working on enhancing college students' participation in international competitions. The total quantity of fish landed by the artisanal fishing in the Sultanate at the end of April increased by around 22% compared to the same period last year. The National Center for Statistics and Information indicated that the quantity of the fish landed reached 156,000 tons with a value of more than 121 million Omani riyals. The governorate of Al-Wusta came the first in the highest quantity of fish landed by the artisanal fishing, while the governorate of South Sharqiya came the second. And now part of the international news, the Chief Minister of India's capital region today announced the construction of a plasma bank in New Delhi for treatment of COVID-19 patients. This comes after India reported nearly 20,000 new coronavirus infections over the past 24 hours, a new record of the country as several states reimposed partial or full lockdowns to stem the spread of the virus. Arvind Kejriwal, Delhi's chief minister, called on people who had recovered from the virus to donate plasma to help new patients. New Delhi has become the worst hit city in India with more than 88,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19. India now has almost 550,000 coronavirus cases, the fourth highest globally behind the US, Brazil and Russia. More than 16,000 people have died of COVID-19 in India. A ferry capsized on a river in Bangladesh, killing at least 28 people. The ferry, which had around 100 people on board, was struck by a larger vessel. Some passengers were able to swim to safety, but many were still missing. A fire department official said 28 bodies had been recovered by afternoon. 3 children were among the victims. The Morning Bird ferry was traveling on the Buriganga River to the capital Dhaka from neighboring Mushinganj districts when it was hit by the larger ferry near Shyam Bazar and capsized. The second ferry left the scene after the accident. Rescue workers are continuing after a heavy rain caused widespread flooding across many rural parts of central China's Hubei province since Saturday. Local residents in one town left trapped after all major roads were cut off. Flood waters as deep as 1.5 meters submerged nearly 2 kilometers of the main road through the Shunhe township, trapping some residents living on higher floors. Authorities estimated that about 650,000 people of 22 cities in the province have been impacted by the floods. Seasonal flooding hits much of China each year, and authorities have sought to mitigate the damage through the use of dams, particularly the massive Three Gorges structure on the Yangtze. China's worst floods in recent years were in 1998, when more than 2,000 people died and almost 3 million homes were destroyed. A 10 meters long male sperm whale has been freed by the Italian Coast Guard in the Mediterranean Sea. The whale got trapped in a large fishing net which was preventing its posterior fin from moving. Four biologists of the Filicudi Island Turtle Center spotted the whale 6 miles from Salina Island and immediately called the Coast Guard. Coast Guard sailors first tried to free the whale from on board their rescue boat, but the fin was so tangled that the intervention of several divers was needed to cut it. Once it was freed, the sperm whale slowly restarted swimming and reached 3 other whales who were apparently waiting for him. According to the Italian Coast Guard, the fishing net was not legal and has been questioned. Last, the whale was freed and has got all the freedom there. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cabal of condolences to the custodian of the 2 holy mosques and cables of greetings to the presidents of Iceland, Malawi and Congo. State Council approves a proposal to study the stability of Omani economy due to declining oil prices and the COVID-19 pandemic. And the Minister of Health announces 910 new confirmed COVID-19 cases. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin. Thank you for joining us and good night.